So, you want to learn how to draw a tiger? Well, in this video, I'll be walking you through step by step on how to draw this. So let's get started. Hello everyone, I'm Elena, and on this channel I love to create art and to help inspire and educate others to dip into their creative side. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and click the bell below to be notified for new videos every Friday. Step 1. Basic framework. So in this step, we're going to be laying down the basic framework that we need to build this character. So in order to draw this tiger, I usually start with any character that I draw by drawing a circle method first to lay down the groundwork. But it's also important to remember whenever you're doing this step 1 and step 2 to come to draw light, because you will be erasing these steps once you get your final sketch. Also, and for the sake of this video, I'll be doing this drawing on the iPad. I have everything kind of planned out for this drawing, so I'll be going through each layer in Procreate on the iPad of what each step will look like, so it'll help guide myself and you throughout this process. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first step is to draw the head. So first we're going to draw a circle. So go ahead and draw that. And at any time you need to pause this video, feel free to pause if you need to work on this step. I'm going to be going forward through this pretty quickly. And then we're going to be drawing the line of motion. Now the line of motion I use a lot because it's kind of like a similar form of gesture drawing. This is going to help guide you throughout your character's body of where you want the body to be. For this, he's going to be sitting, so I wanted him to have a kind of a curvature. You can think of it as like the spine in a way. And also keep in mind, it's best to draw big for this because it would always help you to fill in more details and stuff. The next step we're going to have is our chest circle. So you're going to draw a slightly bigger circle where the first curve will be on your line of motion. You're going to be drawing your final circle, which is about the same size as your head circle on the second curve of the line of motion. And feel free to leave a comment down below if you've had any questions about this once you get through this video. I would love to help you in any way, so feel free to ask any questions you have or comments. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking. We're going to be doing the ears. So just to simplify this down, I have these little curved triangle shapes for the ears. So you want to spread them apart on either side of the head there. You're going to be doing the eye line and the eyes. You're going to be first drawing a line, a slightly curved line that goes in the middle of this circle, and the eyes will sit on top of that line. You're going to be drawing little circular oval type shapes. So once you have that done, you're going to go in and then you're going to make the mouth. Now the mouth is kind of like this weird rectangular shape. You want to connect your line of motion to the chin. This is going to represent the chin. You want a little bit of space in between the eye line and the mouth. Just a little bit of space there. Once you have that done, we're going to start doing the legs. I drew in this line right here, and it's another curved line. You can draw a curved line that splits this circle in half, and you're going to have a slight little triangle. And then for my art style, I usually make the legs pretty straight, so they have a slight angle to them with a line that goes down and connects to this halfway point on this circle. So it goes down like that, just like so, and then this line is going to end where your line of motion is ending. Once you have this line done for the leg, you draw a little foot pad, and then you go back up just like so. And you want to pay attention if your hip circle is touching against this leg line. That's a good sign. Your next leg line will be flush against the edge of your chest circle here, so it'll go straight down. Have a foot, and then slightly angle back up and touch the same point, intersecting point as this half circle. So it's going to be touching both those lines right there. Once you're done with that, you're going to do the back legs. So the back legs, slightly a little bit more complicated. You're going to have a long oval type shape that goes along your inside the hip circle. It's going to go up like that, just like so. Then you have the circle that's there, and you can see that it's intersecting about halfway on each side of this. Then you'll draw your back foot. And then likewise on the other side, this leg is kind of hidden from his position, so you'll just draw a slight curved oval there. There won't be much. Then a little bit of the foot. And that is step 1. So now we're going to be moving on to step 2, which is the detailed framework. So it's a little bit more detail going into the framework, but you still need to draw light. So let's jump over to step 2 and I'll show you how to do that. First, we're going to be working on mostly the head here. We're going to be filling in more details like the eyebrows and a little bit of the ear detail. So if I zoom in here, on my characters I usually give animals and people alike eyebrows. So if you don't want to put eyebrows, that is totally fine. And then a slight curved line going up to represent more of like an ear. We're going to be moving on to the eyes. So it's looking like something now. So with the eyes, what I usually do is he's kind of in a relaxed kind of eye expression. So his eyes aren't like really big or anything. They're just kind of relaxed. So he needs to have some eyelids. And so I usually just draw a slightly curved line again, going a little bit above halfway of his eye to represent some eyelids on either side. What we want to do is his one eye is going to be, it's like an oval, a long oval. You're going to put that right there on the edge of his eye because he's looking this way. So it'd be like up here where he's looking. And then his other eye is going to be about halfway in this, like in the center of his eye. Okay, and once you have that, we're going to go into the mouth. So he's first going to get a nose. So let's just draw the nose first. So he has kind of like a little triangle nose. You're going to draw a short little line down here. And then 2 curves. He's smiling. And then to finish off, you're going to add a line here and a line here to kind of add some depth. We can go ahead and do a little bit more on the head. So this is kind of going to represent the fur that needs to be in place because tigers have some fur along the edges of their face right here. So what you want to do is you want to start at the bottom point right here of the ear. You're going to go down, slightly extending out from this circle down to here, and this line needs to match up with the mouth right there, and then just a straight line right there, and do the same thing on the other side. The next step is to fill in the edges of the body. So he needs to have some edging going on to where we have a guide on our final sketch. We're going to start with the neck. The line that you need to start for the neck connects to this line, where the side of his head, where the fur that we just did. So you're going to connect this point and go down and make it flush with your chest circle. And make that curve flush with the curve of your circle. And make one big curve, just like that. You're going to do likewise on this side. You're going to start up here, have a slight bent curve going like this, just like that. And then you're going to connect again to that same area, straight. Then it starts curving and make it flush with the outside of your hip circle. And then bring it on down to the foot. And final step 2 detail framework step that we need to make is the tail. You're going to start down here, close to the bottom of where the foot is, right here. You can go up a little bit, start making a line, and just curve it however you like. Make it curved in, and just go around and connect it back, just like that. And now we're on to step 3, which is the final sketch. So once you have all this done, you'll be adding the fur and all those good things. And so first, what you're going to start doing is you're going to start erasing these circles. Now, I already have the finished sketch on my iPad, so I'm just going to go over like a quick little demonstration of that. So we're going to start by just erasing, just like so. You want to keep on doing that. So if I do the head, I'll zoom in a little bit. And like the eye line, you can get rid of that as well. Is separate this eyelid part, just like so. And then I'm going to show you how to add some fur. So I have my finished line art here, and I'm going to go ahead and show that to you guys, and then I'm going to compare it to the other sketch. So right here I have the finished sketch. So yes, you can see I have some fur where those guides were. So you can start putting in some texture there. I'll just start going in with some details for you guys to see what I'm talking about. So for example, this mouth looks pretty blocky still, so what you can do is slightly erase some and go back in like so. And add some fur on the bottom of the chin. And also they have fur on the inside of their ears, so you can erase some of this. Have it stick out just like so. Go here and just kind of put some lines of some fur, and then you can put some whiskers on him like that. Other side. I'll do a little bit down here on the neck for you. So if we just start slowly erasing things, you can start just putting in some fur like that. With my art style, I don't do like a ton of fur texture, but I do like to put some. Leave this up for just a second. I'll be zoomed in right here and leave it there. If you want to pause here, that'd be totally fine. And then for your oval for your back leg, you can get rid of this line. I should have done that earlier. Instead of having it just like one circle, kind of make it like this. You can add some fur on top. For the feet, you can kind of put some like little toes. I usually, for my art style, I just do like little curved lines. So this is kind of the general idea of what you want to be going for. I'm going to leave this right here in case you'd like to pause right here. And then I'm going to be moving on to the coloring. If you're ready for step 4, let's start. I'm going to go back to my original line art sketch that I prepared for this video. This is the original line art sketch. I'm going to make a new layer and get the same orange. What you first want to do is start going in with the orange that you picked out. I'm going to finish up the tail. Put some orange on this side. Start filling in the ears, forgetting to pause and just let you see what I'm doing here. So I'll leave this like this in case you need to pause. And I'm going to move on and do the stripes. For the stripes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the face. So you don't really have to be like exact on these stripes, because stripes on tigers are just kind of all over the place. They're all different. You don't have to be perfect. This is kind of how I do it. I just kind of scribble some in, but it kind of makes it have that fur texture. So a lot of tiger stripes are just lines, and there are some that are like sharp edges. We have some up here, like so. So then we're gonna go down here to the neck. And what you're gonna do is just start going in. They're kind of wrapping around from his back side of the neck. There's no secret formula to this. You can just kind of experiment and see what you think looks best. This is just how I like doing it. And they don't always have to be the same. Don't make them all the same. Just try different shapes. They can be kind of like thick and then go thin like that. Just give him a pink nose. Got some pink here. Go in with some pink. And then if I open up my shadows that I did, they're kind of just that sketch look that I am going for lately with my art style. What I did is I just did some simple shadows. I just added some shading with the inside of his ears right here. Also did some shading up here, right below the eyebrows. I also really like to put some shadow on his eyes to represent the eyelids, like kind of overlapping his eye, because that really adds some depth to it, I think. If you're curious on how, if you're using the iPad on Procreate and you're curious how I get this to look like this, what you do is you go in and you make a layer above your coloring layer, and I have it set on multiply, and I have the opacity at about 36%. And I use like a red color because red looks really nice on top of this orange. And then I went in down here with some shadows to create some depth below the chin. And then I just made some same kind of like style of shadows that I did with the stripes, just to kind of create some depth to where he would have like some fur, and some of his fur is like shining and then it casts a shadow, and then going down towards his belly is all kind of shaded in. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through a quick little explanation on what I did. So if you look here, I have my shadows like I explained. I like to add some highlights. So I have this layer on add right here, and I use like an orange, and the opacity is about like 25%, and then I kind of did an airbrush effect to kind of make him like shine a little bit. It really adds a lot. And then also I added some little highlights of like a pencil highlight. So he's basically done, but then I wanted to add like some kind of background just to make him pop out a little bit. What I did is I went with like a green color to kind of make him stand out more against that warm orange. So that's kind of what I did. I just made like a block behind him, behind all my other layers. And then also I added a little bit of like a floral jungle type background that he's standing on. And I usually do line art for this, but I just thought I would do something different. So I made it like a lineless type painting on the back, and I really liked how it turned out. It's just something simple, and I thought it would make him kind of stand out more. So yeah, that's what I did, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope this helped you. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below. So I'll be coming out with more instructional videos just like this in future videos to come. And if you have any requests on videos that you would like to see me do, please leave a comment and tell me what they are. Alright, that is it. I hope this video really helped you learn how to draw a tiger. Leave a comment down below on how it went for you, and if you would like to see more videos similar to this one, start by clicking here. Also, if you like the video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button with the bell to be notified for videos every Friday. And until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.